So this is going to be the second half of our Watson Mill Bridge video. It's a different day. And it looks like the water's actually maybe flowing a little heavier. I'll have to check the old video. But isn't that gorgeous? Just this beautiful waterfall. And right above it is that covered bridge, which is the longest covered bridge in Georgia. If you want to look it up, it's called Watson Mill Bridge. And it's between Athens and Elberton, Georgia, off the 72. Not far off the 72. And it's great granite deposits all along here. And yeah, I think the water's running a little higher because I think when we were down last time we could walk out a little farther before it was wet like that. But what we're doing now is we're looking for the old mill grounds, and someone was saying they're back up in there. We'll have to read this sign, but maybe this is it right here. Maybe this is the old mill foundation. So I was thinking it was more back up in the woods. Someone was saying it was back up in the woods, but let's go check it out. We're gonna go take a look at this sign right now. But there's some picnic areas up in there. We'll cover that in a minute. We've already covered that on the other video, but let's cover this, and then we're gonna cover the hiking trails on this video. So let's check it out. Here's a little board on the mill town, and you can see there used to be a paddle wheel, and I don't know if it was along this wall like where we just were, but here's some different stuff. So we're probably gonna go find that right now, but I'll go ahead and pause and read this if you guys want. Pause and read that, and that. Here's the hydrocrant ruins, and there's the covered bridge right there. You could pause and read this section, or this, right there. All right, so let's go down. This has got a cool little walkway. It says nature trails right here, but it's not saying anything about the old mill. So let's go check it out. So we're gonna go on this walkway now. As you can see, it says nature trails, and this goes all the way to the campground. And there's more nature trails on the other side of the stream we're gonna go walk, but I like how they built the walkway on the old foundation wall, you know? And this is probably where they drew the water in. If you look at the other video we have, they got the openings down there to let water through here, and this would go down and feed the paddle wheel. That's what I'm assuming, and hopefully I'm not gonna make an ASS out of myself.
It's like a waterfall showcase. It's like,
it is.
Water's falling there and there and over here and over there.
Oh, that is really cool.
There's a little waterfall there.
Yeah, so we start with this waterfall with the covered bridge. Look at that picturesque, beautiful thing. And then you got these little waterfalls. These would be fun to slide on in the summer if it was really hot. You get your butt, yeah, you get your butt beat up pretty good, but probably skin up your knee. More waterfalls all the way down. And then they got a picnic area down here, and I think we have to walk down to that to get through. So let's check this out. Oh, it looks like. No, that's probably. Oh, I don't know. That looks man-made actually, but maybe they just cut into some bedrock. That does look natural over here. That kind of looked man-made, but maybe they built it up a little bit. But yeah, this could all be naturally cut into the stone to make this this through here. So there's a
trail that goes along the creek.
Let's do that, because we could always come back this way too. Or do you want to go down and then come back on the top?
Either way.
Okay, let's go down then. We're gonna go down here. So that's where we just were, and you can see the rock foundation there. I'm thinking that the mill ruins is still behind us because the water sluice is still going down. But they did a really good job with this. The only thing that's missing is there's no signs for the mill ruins. Like no signs saying if you want to see the ruins of the old mill, go this way, which could be added. So I guess this is the purple trail, and splits multiple ways. She's going to go down to the water's edge, and then the trail goes this way. So let's check this out. All right, we're looking back towards where we just were. We just came up this way, which was if you walk down that walkway to that wood hangout area and then start walking along the river, you end up coming all the way down to here. The river's going through down there. And this is the trail that was going to follow along the creek. The sluice, I guess you'd call it. And there's a road up here in the campground, but we didn't see any trails, but there are some trails over there, it looks like. And it looks like we're finally getting to where the ruins are. There's another little, she just gave the thumbs up because it's probably another one of these little water release things so they could build up pressure. And this must be the old powerhouse ruins. Yeah, there's the sign. The old mill ruins, but they didn't have any sign back there to take that nature trail on that side. But wow. So they got this gate open, and that's what's coming out of it, guys. That is amazing. Look at that. Don't try this in a kayak.
Oh, no.
It's a death.
Oh my gosh.
You just die. So this must have been where the paddle wheel was, where that circle is.
Oh.
It was probably the whole gearbox, and the paddle wheel came out. Then the water would drop on the paddle wheel, it would spin it. I don't know if it would go over the top of the wheel and spin it this way, or if it would go underneath and the buckets were set up like this and it catch the water and spin it. I guess you'd say if you're looking that way, it'd been clockwise. And then inside here is you'd have your electric generators, 1 or 2, that would power up your electricity, or it might have been a water pump to send water up to a farm field or something like that. But you got a second one here too. So here's your control station. You probably spin this, open and close. You can see right there. It doesn't say close, but it just says open with an arrow pointing this way. So you just put a gear on this, a spinning wheel, and you can close it. But it looks like this is just an overflow grate. So this opens up the big flume, but if you shut it down and then the water's still coming, it'll just naturally drain itself without overflowing. It looks like there might be another hole because you can see water spurting out down there. Let's see if I can get a good angle on that, guys. Where's that? There it is. See it? See the water spurting out right there? So there must be some sort of inlet that's lower. And then you got this, and that's pouring out this pipe. So that's what all that water's coming from right there. But the main sluice is open via this right here, the gate, and it's pouring out. So that's funny because I thought the mill would be much bigger than this based on the size of the stream and the actual covered bridge up there and stuff. But we're quite a ways down. I'd say we're about a half mile. We walked a half mile down from there. And nope, there's no information on this thing. You think there would be, but there's nothing. And I think this just goes right back up to the road. So South Fork River Trail, nature trails down that way. But we're gonna walk down this way just a little bit and see if there's anything else. So here's another angle on that. There's the small one I was talking about that is the overflow one, but this is the main one that they've opened up the cavity on, and look how big that circle is. It goes from up there all the way down to the bottom. It's a big culvert. It's overflowing. They got enough water that it's eating it down, or it's just overflowing, and then you could see where it would hit the paddle wheel down through the hole there. But I wish they had like a little descriptive action board that would tell you more about it. So we're gonna walk down here just a little bit. So she's thinking that this is the original staircase, and it really does look like it. It looks like it's a couple 100 years old, made out of the old rock. Let's see if I can get down without falling. If the phone starts acting just crazy, you know I wiped out. So there's a good angle looking up the tube too. Look at that. Man, that is just nuts. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So the old mill ruins, and they got an overlook down here, so let's go check that out. So there's a campground down that way, and then this is just a big hangout area. You think they'd have picnic tables or something here, but they don't. So I guess it's just to overlook this creek or the stream that's here. You could learn more about that on the first video that we did that talks about the covered bridge, and we go across the covered bridge, and you look back through the there's the water coming through that we were just at, so you just know. And unfortunately there's no signs back there, guys, so just walk along that sluice box if you're here from the covered bridge. and it'll bring you right to it. And there's no signs until you get to it. But
I was just trying to think, like, why is this platform so big? And I'm like, maybe back in like the 70s, they used to like
have a lot more people.
Bring out like they'd have like maybe field trips here, and all the kids would come here and have their applesauce and hard-boiled eggs as a snack after they saw that. They put out banquet tables.
Maybe they had picnic tables here. It just got ruined over time.
It's so big.
Hey, we're gonna go over to the other side again now. Maybe we get to the trails on the other side of the creek here. So hang tight. So around the corner and around another little corner is where the water's flowing into the old mill spot, and we're just working our way back. And there's another trail on the other side that was where that sign pointed to. And I think up on top this ridge is the road from the campground down to the covered bridge, just so you know if you're gonna come here. We thought this was cool. We're just getting back to the covered bridge, and look at that beetle coming out there.
Oh, it's a classic.
It's an old classic soft top.
Cool.
Kind of a piece of history coming out of this old covered bridge.
A piece of history going through a piece of history.
There you go. Pretty cool. All right, we're on the other side now. I thought I'd just do one more quick shot of that before we headed over and started a 2.5 mile loop trail, which starts right here, and that stays on this side of the creek. The other video we did was on the other side of the creek, and you can see the platform we started on right there. We walked down to the bottom, walked along the creek, and then went back up and found the old ruins. So we're going to show you a little bit of this trail to end the video. Let's check it out. This is also on our other video of this, part 1 of this park, this Watson Mills Bridge Park, but you can see it says 2.5 mile loop right here. And what we just did is we just walked this little part down to the powerhouse, and then we went back, and then we went up to the visitor center. There's not much to film there, it's kind of small, but what we're gonna do is just start this trail and do this whole loop maybe. I don't know if we'll make it that far. We'll talk about it and check it out, but we'll show you part of it for sure. So let's move on down this trail a little ways. We're a couple city blocks in, and there's been some spots where you can get down to the river, and it's like nice flat granite going in, and you can see the river's flowing down here. And it's going to get a little bit more smooth, not so rocky as we go along. So I thought I'd show you that, and we're going to jump up ahead to another spot. Here's bridge number 1. This is pretty cool. I like when they have these little bridges over creeks, and this looks like it actually is a flowing creek. So pretty neat. I wonder how many bridges. They didn't mention them on that sign back there, but you can see the water flowing right there. So this is coming from a spring. Even though we have had a lot of rain, this might be from the rain still kind of seeping out of the ground and stuff. But let's jump up ahead. Turtle sign. Pause and read. Woohoo!
Thing will be coming back through there on out this way.
Yep. So here's the split. Now we're gonna keep following the river over here. We're gonna stay to the right, and this is easy, and coming back is moderate. So it's kind of up and down through the woods, I got a feeling. But we're gonna keep on going. So we're in maybe a 1/4 mile to the split that you saw on the map back there. So let's keep going. Bridge number 2 along the trail. Looks like they had a tree go down during Hurricane Helene just recently. You got the brush over here. This is a shorter one, but they put like a metal grate down on the ground, stapled it down so it's not slippery, which is pretty good idea. Check it out. I took a tiny little side trail down to show you a little bit more of the remote part of the river away from everything. It's very calm. It'd be very fun to kayak it once you get past all those rapids, but I think going above the dam is easy to kayak. That's why they have the kayaks for rent up there. So check out part 1 on our channel, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. Check out part 1 right there. Check out our channel right there. We've got 1,700 videos of travel logs and machinery at work and all kinds of animal videos, both pets and wild animals and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.